going to do is get my core fluid into position here. Put my glue gun in. Crank that up. Get him nice and warm. It's got to go that way. What I want to do, so what I've got is I've got a couple of pieces of Unistrut here. The Unistrut's here to make sure that I know where the bottom of the, or the top I should say, of this bulkhead is going to go. So it's going to sit hard up against the floor, so this sort of represents the floor, and it's going to sit hard up against the floor, come along here, run up against that bulkhead and into the transom there. So that glue gun typically doesn't take too long. No, it's not quite ready yet, it'll go a little bit longer. So the good thing about this too is by having these pieces of Unistrut here, I can make sure it's all level. So obviously when I put the swim board or the duck board, whatever you want to call it, along here, and I want to make sure that it's pretty level, I'm going to have to play around with it. It's probably about a mil drop down that side, but that's probably the boat itself sitting a little bit skewy, but that's pretty much all I need. I'm pretty happy with that, and that's all the way along. Yep, that's spot on. No problems with that at all. Hey, that's the other thing that I did too, is when I did my checking my heights all the time, I'd come along, put 100mm marks along here and level it off, and then just measure down to make sure that, you know, my floor was all level. The hull of the boat, or the underside, was all in line. There were no problems with it. What I could be doing, obviously, is cutting this, getting this ready. That's a bit silly, isn't it? Right. So what I want to do is cut to the underside of that. So right about there. Now if I cut a little bit short, that's fine, because I can get some glass in there, and once I've done all of this I can get some glass in there and build it up a little bit. And right, so I get my angle right. That's how I get my angle right as well. Cut a little bit more, probably a couple of mil. That's all I need, a couple of mil. There we go. Right. Okay. That's it. So that's up against there, that's pretty good. Alright. Get my glue gun in, it should be hot enough, still not hot enough. So essentially, oh, might as well keep cutting, hey? So that'll come along there, and then I'll cut this piece. Ugh. A little bit awkward in here, but that's alright. Yeah. Now, cut the first bit a little bit over. I could measure it if I wanted to. There. How fancy is that? What I used to do is put clamps on it, but I found a different type of glue that sets a lot better, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So what I do there, set that up, a couple of mil out at the bottom there. I'll push that up along there. Ooh, I want that to butt nice and hard, so what I'm going to do is trim a little bit more off of there. Tiny little bit. There we go. Ooh, there we go. That's good. Alright, so I've got that angle right. I've got the angle of the transom right. I might need a little bit of fill there when I go to put it in. And not forgetting that we've got that radius there. That's on that on the fillet that's going to be holding that transom in. Okay. I'm going to have to get down and dirty, guys. Get down in here. Oh. Righto. Just going to hold that for a minute while that glue sets off a bit. It's normally pretty quick, so I don't have to worry about it too much. There we go. Right. Has it moved? That should be pretty good. I'd rather have it slightly over than under, because even if it's over I can trim it back a little bit. So is that the bit I cut before? Ooh, that just fell a bit. Yeah, that's still moving, so might have to hold him in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Counting. Righto. So there we go. So that'll be my template when I glue it in. There. Got to have it hard up against the underside of this Unistrut. Bring that across the other side. Righto. There we go. Ow! Stuck my hand on the glue gun. There we go. So that's up against the bottom of that Unistrut, which is where the floor is going to sit, and the same on this end. A little bit tight in there. That'll be alright. That's pretty good. I can cut to the waist side of the line if I want to, if I'm a little bit worried, and then trim it back a little bit to make sure it's got a really snug fit, but that's what I'm looking for. So that is basically going to be my template for this side. Now I've already done my knees. They're going to go on the other side of that bulkhead, so they're done. Hopefully that's what we need. Alright, I'll go and find a piece of thermolite that's going to be big enough for that, because I'm using all my cut-offs, pieces of cut-off and everything for these now, but that shouldn't be too hard to find. Nice!